Big up, everyone. Welcome to my reaction stream for that madness that was the 2-2 yesterday at the Gtech. Incredible stuff. 4 goals in all, 2-2 draw. A proper Desmond yesterday we had. Incredible game. But yeah, unfortunately we couldn't hold on to a lead yet again, which is still bothering me. Which always seems to happen. Yeah, okay, we were 1-0 down, and we've done well to come back to 2-1 because we didn't turn up in the first half, let's be honest. Chelsea, much the better team in the first half. And, yeah, we were great. I thought we were great in the second half. I thought we really come back, but still the same old thing. Can't hold on to it when we come back to 2-1. There goes the lead. Yeah, give us the lead, we'll drop it. There we go, just like that. So unfortunately, not great from that perspective, but a great game. 4 goals and great goals. Well, especially the Wissa one. Who'd have thought that? But that was a hell of a goal. And even Roerslev scored. Crikey, it's got to be that mad that he scores. But anyway, so yeah, and I've got my guest on. Joe will be on in a minute. I'll bring him on, a Chelsea fan, and hear his side of the point of view and perspective of it and what he thought of the game. Bring him on in a minute. Got a comment here. Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, big up, Mr. B. Yeah, big up, Stephen. Shame for you lot yesterday. Great game you had again with Villa. Unfortunately, you lost again, but 3-2. I was hoping you would get back to 2-2. I thought you was going to get a point there at least, a Desmond or something, or even a win, but unfortunately not. Villa, luckily, I thought Jamily, I didn't think they had many shots. I think they maybe only had 1 or 2 in the second half, and they scored with one of them. So, pretty gutting, I think. Yeah, as you said there, gutting. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I bet. Chelsea fan, big up Mr. B. Yeah, big up Chelsea fan. Great to see you in here. Wonder what you thought about the game yesterday. You were happy with that? Getting a point, pardon me, because obviously you were in front, so I think you must have felt a bit gutted as well, really. But anyway, we'll get into that, and I'll bring my guest on now anyway, and we can talk about it a lot more. And here he is. Big up, Joe.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mr. B. You're all right?
Yeah, cool, mate. Cool.
Yeah.
A bit better now. I had to put this thing in the background because that just made me laugh. We allowed Wissa to turn prime R9.
That's good, though.
I had to laugh and put that on there. There's obviously a Chelsea fan, Nigerian fan there, the Chelsea one. So I thought, I'd put that in the background. Just made me laugh as well. And I'd got the score there, of course, 2-2. But yeah. And I thought it was a fantastic goal, and he had about 2 or 3 efforts to do that.
I was saying he had like 2 or 3 attempts to do it, and then the third time he done it.
Yeah, look, even Chelsea fans saying we should have won yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. I think Brentford should have won.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I know. The thing is as well, like I felt like coming into the game when I saw the team, I felt like big up Chelsea fan. We kind of like matched you in a way, and big up Stephen. Yeah. We kind of matched you in a way with the 3-5-2.
Big ups.
Yeah, load of big ups.
Yeah.
But all the love, sell the love. But yeah, I felt like we were trying to match you in a way, and I felt like I looked at the team and thought Enzo looked tired, and then when Enzo came off, I felt like we got back into it because I think I do agree. I think we were better the first half, and in the second half, you literally came at us and we were like, "Whoa, we didn't expect that."
We were too passive in the first half, really. Too passive, really.
Yeah,
it's not like us at home, really.
But like it's like I say, I think with Poch saying about like taking 70 plus minute for Enzo to come off, he looked tired anyway, and I'm thinking to myself, if you want to take him off, either put Cassidy for like. There has to be a reason why we recalled him back on our loan from Leicester, not just because of squad depth, but it turned around it could be. Or you bring on some like the Sterlings, the Mudrich, you know what I mean? Put them on it and do like a 3-4-3. And I think with all this, with the Chelsea, with like saying, F off Poch and we want Roman or something like that, those chants, we just got to accept that he's never going to come back. And at the end of the day, we are spoiled to our own success, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah.
and at the end of the day, it is such a big stepping stone. Like, yeah, okay, you could be like, oh yeah, but Roman did. When Roman came in, we didn't. There was no team hardly spend that much. But when Roman came in, he went, and that changed the landscape of everything. But
Yeah.
now you got bigger teams doing it. Like, let's see, now Newcastle now one of the big teams now. We've got big owners. They're going to obviously do it, and then you obviously got FFP. So, I mean, from a Chelsea fan, apparently we don't know. We spent $1 billion. We haven't got charged for it, but I think we'll. But
Yeah.
But it was one of those games. I think you were the better team in the second half, and then that's how I think.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we didn't do anything in the first half. I don't know what was wrong there, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, we also let Jackson score a header. I think it was Zanka, I believe, that let him go or didn't jump with him or didn't do anything, ducked a bit or whatever. Let him header. Because as you see, he had that chance. Was it him that had the chance at night? Was it Mudryk or him that had the chance when tried to go around? I think it was him that tried to go around the goalie, wasn't it? And he
I think it
comes
was
out.
Jackson, yeah, and then and then Sanka cleared off the line or something like that,
yeah, and he's not. I don't think he's a natural goal scorer. I don't know what you think, that Jackson.
The thing is, we've spent 30 million on someone who had like a good games at the back end of last season. I think he got like 10 goals in 12 games, and I'm like, well, that's good, but what can he do in a 38 game match league? You know what I mean? Like, it's like apparently we're linked with Osimhen, but then I just think to myself, yeah. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, he's a good player. I'm not disputing him or nothing like that, but I'm just thinking to myself, if you're Osimhen and you want ambitions, why would you come join us?
That name? Is it Osimhen?
Osimhen,
I thought it was Osimhen. I don't know.
People say things differently. I might be wrong and you might be right. You know what I mean? People say things differently.
I know you mean anyway. So yeah, anyway, mate, carry on. Yeah, carry on, mate.
But I just think to myself, if you're Osimhen, you think, would I go to Chelsea at this sort of stage of like a circus? And basically, it is, right? Honestly, it is a circus. And be like, right, all things into place. But or would you join someone like an Arsenal? You know what I mean? You get Champions League football. You're competing for the titles. You know what I mean? And I just think we're a long, long way off of that.
It's laughing at Stephen there. What he's put. Jackson is a striker. I'm the Pope. So,
you are the Pope, Stephen. You are the Pope, mate.
The Pope of Luton.
Yeah. In his little car as well, like the little. Looks like a Simpsons. It looks like it's like a Simpsons car. Well, the Pope drives in.
That's for the fans, like that.
Yeah, I can imagine Stephen go like that, like do the Queen wave as well. Him a little tiara. We all know Stephen at heart. We all love him to bits.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to this, the lineups and
what did you think of your lineup?
Well, what a surprise! 3-5-2 again. What a surprise! I think he did change it up though as well through the game. I think he did actually change it up a bit. Of course, Flecken in goal. I'm not so sure about him this time. I thought he was a little bit back to his normal self, how he was before.
It was that time. It was good. It was a honeymoon period.
Yeah, I don't think he was that great. Roerslev, you know what? I'm going to big him up a bit today.
Whoa!
Really, yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I know. I might have been on something. I'm taking something.
Jesus.
I don't know what it is, but I think I'm actually going to big him up today. And
where's Mr. B come from?
Done all right. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm not going to go overboard about him, but I think he done all right. And he scored.
I was going to say you're not going to turn around and be like he's the best right back in the Prem.
Well, no, definitely can't say that because he isn't. But you
No,
know,
but many people do that though after one game.
yeah. I'm just saying he had a decent game, and somebody you can't actually blame for a change for anything here, you know. Yeah, and he scored, of course, but obviously we're going to that a lot more a bit later on. But Region, I thought was good as well. I really rated Region in this. I thought he was good, and of course he hit the post as well, of course, with a header. So I thought he had a really decent game. I think they're good going forward. I'm not so sure about the back. Sometimes they look a bit wanting at the back, but I thought they'd done all right. Collins was hit and miss again, I think.
The thing I look at it as well, I just think, to be fair to you, we say about your injuries, like this is not like the Brentford's defence from last season. Like you had like Ben Mee, Rico Henry. I'm trying to think who else you had in there. Who else did you have?
Well,
Maybe Aaron Hickey.
Pinnock, of course, and all that. Pinnock and
Pinnock. Yes, it.
Yeah.
So you had like Rico Henry, Pinnock, me, and Aaron Hickey
as well. Don't
yeah,
forget Hickey as well.
So it's like it's a new back five sort of thing. Like yes, you got Roerslev been there for years and things like that, but it is hard to like get to, if that makes sense. Lord steps you.
That consider, yeah.
Could be worse. It could be Gotham.
Yeah. But Fat Man of Gotham City. Yeah.
Steve, I didn't call it that.
I wasn't taking the piss there, Stephen. Don't worry, mate. I wasn't. Don't go off on one about it.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger.
No, mate. No. But anyway, getting back to this, and Collins was definitely hit or miss, but done some decent things and some shit things again, basically.
Yeah, sounds normal then.
I was good. I thought I had done pretty well this time. I didn't think he was too bad. It was Zanka I was worried about because he let him score that header, that first goal. Jackson get the header.
But he did well, like on the line though. Like he did redeem himself.
Oh yeah, he did clear one, didn't he? Yeah. So yeah, I guess can't just put all the blame on him. He done okay at times. Yeah, and Yeka I thought was good as well. I thought he had a good game as well. So
yeah, I think Onyeka did well. Like I think that's what I think you kind of needed him when he was at AFCON. Like you could tell you this is like presence there.
Yeah, and actually Yena I was impressed with as well this time. He looked really good. He hit the post as well, of course, with a shot. So he had a really good game as well, I thought. So there's a lot of these you can say actually, yeah, we're really good and had good games. Wissa, amazing. What a goal as well. Hell of a goal. Overhead kick. He was practicing it the whole game. So
I say he was, but the thing is as well, like this is what I mean. Fair play to Vista with the goal, but I'm just like with Chelsea, like after when you see it once, you think, all right, he's going to do that in his locker, and then the second time you're like, all right, we can't let him do it the third time, and the third time you're just like, why would you not pressure him?
I was going to say, you've seen him trying it enough. Why not? Yeah, why stop him doing it?
Yeah. They probably just felt like, oh no, he's not going to do it. Like laugh at him, and the next week he does it, he's like, well, I've done it now.
Yeah. Tony, I didn't think was at it that much again yesterday. I didn't think he was at his best again. Tony.
Yeah. I mean, but if you guys haven't watched the preview for Mr. B, he did say about not playing Tony in this game because not because you've basically summed it up quite well. Not because he's bad or anything like that, but in terms of like you say with the Vista and Malpai, like basically putting pressure on the defense, and Tony's not really had that rest, really, has he?
No. Yeah, I thought he should have been rested, but there you go. I mean, he wants to carry on with him, Thomas. So there we go. Not a lot we can do, but
yeah,
I would have had Mopai and Vissa, but it worked out okay, I guess. We didn't lose. That was the main thing. So we've got a point, to take to Arsenal on Saturday. next Saturday. Cool.
Mm.
We're
Right.
about 3
At
points.
least they've got Ramsdale in goal, like I told you.
Oh yeah, you said that the other day, didn't you? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that might work out. Yeah, Tony didn't have a great game. Norgard I thought was good, back to his best probably, although he did get caught once or twice.
Mm.
Which I didn't like. Mopai came on, of course. He done all right again when he come on. Lewis Potter, I don't know why he was rested, why he was on the bench, but strange one that. I thought he's been great.
Mm.
Why do you drop a player on form? I just don't get it, you know.
Yeah. Maybe like it's a hard one because you still played against West Ham, but like, no, it's a bit baffling on that one.
Yeah, Jensen came on again and he done well, I think, when he come on. Godos wasn't used. Yarmy Look came on, of course, as well. Looked decent. Damsgaard wasn't used and Baptiste wasn't used. So
It just screams to me like you were happy with the point.
Kim Ji-soo, yeah. He's in the B team. I think he looks decent, you know, that Kim Ji-soo. I think he's Korean international or something. Anyway,
Yeah, it must be. He
but
has to.
yeah.
If
So I
someone
don't
turns
know
around and comments saying he's English, I'm like, I don't believe that.
who said that.
No, I said if someone puts in the comments saying he's English.
Oh right. Oh yeah. I was going to say he's certainly not English.
Yeah, I think he's Korean.
Yeah, I think he is Korean. Yeah, and but anyway, so that was that, and I'm going to obviously go on to your lineup and stuff.
Oh boy, here we go.
We'll talk about that.
Fun.
Just hold on a minute. Just getting
Rather
it up
talk about the people's teams rather than mine.
Yeah, so you were 3-5-2 as well.
Yeah, we matched you. Yeah.
Yeah, that worked out. Well, actually, it did in a way because you got a point. So
We got a point,
sort
but
of work out.
I just feel like if you want to match someone like a Brentford who've been having this structure for some time, it takes a lot to do. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's pretty much what you said as well. The lineup, wasn't it? Petrovic and all that good stuff.
Oh, no, I didn't have Trev in there. I didn't have Trev.
Oh right.
I think I said Mudryk over Chev. I think.
Okay.
But apart from that, like you say, it's sort of the same.
Disasi,
Yeah.
Gallagher, Fernandez, Jackson, Palmer, and Caicedo.
Yeah. But even our bench actually looked better. Actually, to be fair, at least not too like worse for wear.
Who's that?
As at least our bench was like decent sort of thing from yesterday's game. Because like we would normally have like 3 or 4 other youngsters I've never heard of. So it's like no offense.
Oh yeah, well you had a lot of more better well known, I suppose. Chris was on there.
Yeah, like Cucurella was on the bench, which was good.
Cucurella, Sanchez, Sterling, of course, came on. Mudryk came on.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm quite glad Cucurella's on the bench though, because I feel like Chilwell's having those games like he thinks he's untouchable.
Yeah.
And like if you get Cucurella coming in, put pressure on him again, or maybe start him. You know what I mean? I don't see why not.
Oh, Cinderella, as I call him. Yeah, he did come on. Yeah. But Thiago Silva was there, so plenty of experience on the bench as well.
Oh, exactly, yeah. And also we had a youngster called Cassidy, obviously we loaned to Leicester.
Cassidy, yeah. I've seen he's come on before, hasn't he? He played a few times.
Yeah, he has. And I just think, like I say, I know I'm going to keep repeating myself. Like you look at the team and you saw Gallagher obviously didn't play against Leeds because he was tired, but then Enzo started. Yeah. But then I'm thinking to myself, surely if that was the case, then you either do a 3-4-3 or you bring Cassidy in instead of Enzo. But then I just feel like if you put Enzo or Cassidy on the bench, you're always going to be remembered like, oh, you got 100+ million player on the bench.
Yeah. Just reading what Hanno's put there. Chelsea Football Club is irrelevant. All the history and success is gone in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
And he said protesting against Clear Lake and the directors is the only way forward.
I mean, that's what you got to do. And I think with Bowley as well, like he doesn't really go to our games anymore as much now. I've heard. Apparently, he's at Igbali or something like that. He does it. But yeah, no, it'd be interesting what Hannah's got to say. Like, we need quality players and quality man. But I do back the directors to get the players and managers we need. No, do I? But yeah, and to get proper directors. No, that's what I mean. You like when you get new owners, sort of thing. You need a certain structure. You need like who's doing this, who's doing that. Because what happened was, I think it was like I might be wrong, but I think it was a sporting director. We were linked with, I think his name's Edwards from Liverpool. We were linked with him for ages.
All right.
And then he basically turned us down, saying, just he wanted a break. And then Todd Bowley was like, "Oh, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this." Like he's basically running everything. And it's just, and with Thomas Tuchel there as well, like him and Thomas Tuchel didn't have a good relationship. It's just, it just was quite messy, if I'm honest. And I feel like last year was more bad, not because of Potter, but it's just more bad. I felt like with terms of the team. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, this is the stats, obviously, possession and stuff, which doesn't really matter. But actually, you had more possession than us.
Yeah.
68-32, and you had more shots on target, 6-5. We had more off target, 7-6. You had 2 big chances, we had 1. 642 total passes to our 297.
Yeah.
We had 545 completed passes to our 206. You done 13 tackles to our 11. 5 blocks to our 2. 59 drills, 1 to our 48. 6 corners to our none. 4 offsides to our 1. And we done 10 fouls to your 9. So we were more dirty than you this time.
Yes, we're not the dirty ones.
No. We were dirtier by 1. Yeah.
Yeah, say that. Hold that.
Yeah, but it's good to see. Actually, I don't know if you saw something. I didn't see it in the highlights or anything because I only managed to watch the highlights in the end, not obviously live or anything. Apparently, Onyeka done a bad tackle and should have been sent off, but I never see that.
But it's one of those, really. Like, I can't really say for me to say, oh, he should have been sent off. Yet Kai Soda should have been sent off at the Carabao Cup final. You know what I mean? Like, that was a naughty tackle he did on Gravenberch. Like, oh.
Right.
But I think it's as well. It's like I say, like I can't really complain about things like that because 9 times out of 10, if that happened to like Chelsea or my other team, like Ipswich or Stevenage, and that happens to them, of course I'll be like, oh yeah, but this and that. But then I'll turn around and be like, yeah, but we should have got sent off for that. But life goes on, mate. Life just goes on. I mean, key moments.
Yeah. So obviously. Key moment, 35th minute, you took the lead. Jackson heads home to put Chelsea in front.
Yep.
And,
good cross from Gusto as well, actually.
It was, but I still think Zanka was at fault there, letting Jackson head it. Sort of ducked out of it a bit and whatever. Didn't really go up, didn't really change for it with him. And, so I thought that weren't great. But it was a great header, though. Don't get me wrong, great finish, great header. But I just think we should have been better at the back, in defence. But and then the 50th minute, Mr. Roerslev levelled for us.
Who would have thought?
After. Sorry, mate.
I said, who would have thought?
Yeah, who'd have thought? But I'm not complaining. I think he's done really well.
Well, hopefully Spears helps him going forward. You know what I mean? I know it's against Chelsea, but you still maybe you can have a really good game against Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Well,
who knows?
Let's hope he can. I mean, whether he'd do anything at the back against them, I don't know. But I mean, it was I don't know, it's a funny old sort of thing with a shot from Region when he done. I don't know, it was sort of a block shot that tiddled along the ground and he just put it in from about how many yards? 2 yards or something? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Away from the goal line, but a goal's a goal, so who cares, And it's an important goal, got us level. And then 69th minute, amazing goal. Johan Wissa, who speeds the lead with acrobatic effort. Exactly.
The DR Congo R9.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you could probably say he probably is a bit better than R9 at the moment. To be quite
Yeah.
honest with you.
I
But,
know. I never did that.
no, no. No,
Uh,
he was doing it. He was trying to do it the whole game, though. I mean, I think the second effort he had was terrible. It was well off and going well
yeah.
wide and whatever. But the first one, he got it straight at the goalie, and then that one, well, incredible finish.
It's just the fact it's just we didn't capitalise, like put pressure on him. Like if we know he's going to keep doing it, you just literally put your head in there. You know what I mean? Do
Yeah,
something. At least you can say you tried.
yeah. An 83rd minute, Disasi header earns visitors a point. Yeah, but I think he was unmarked again, free there to put it in, which I didn't like. Again,
Yeah.
great cross again, of course, but I think that all came through Norgard losing it as well. To be honest, he lost it, and then also Flecken made not a great save from a shot that wasn't sort of great. Was it Palmer or something had the shot? It wasn't fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was Palmer. Yeah.
And he sort of fumbled it a bit around out for the probably I think for the was it a corner or did they keep? No, they kept it in, didn't they?
We
And
kept it
they
in,
lost
and
it.
then Palmer had a chance as well, which he should have buried. And like you say, we had that one. You also mentioned Jackson, obviously Zenka on the line, but it's just
Yeah.
it's just one of those, mate. And I just think
Mm.
something needs to happen. I don't know what it could happen. I mean, Hanno basically mentioned it on there, but it's just one of those, really, isn't it? Like something needs to change. In a way, I'm quite like I say to you, I'm happy with. I'm more than happy this season than I am last season because you think about last season, we had signed a load of players in January, and you had about 30 sort of players in that team, and you just think to yourself, how are you going to fit all of them in there? And Graham Potter's got to literally like summarize the training sessions between all of them to keep fit. You know what I mean? So he's like he's got 150. Let's say he's 30 people. So he's got 15 players in one group, 15 players in the other. So he has to go back and forth in between the two and be like, right, how they're getting on, how they're getting on. You know what I mean? It's just I'd rather have this season than last season, to be honest with you. But yeah, okay, I get Potter's football's a bit, but I think to be honest with you, I don't think Potter was far off. I'm not blaming Potter in terms of his football aspect. It's just more that the owners didn't back Potter, if that makes sense. And he obviously, I think he didn't have pre-season as well, Potter. You know, I think Tuchel sacked around November, December time, and then Potter came in and thinking, oh, everything's going to be all right. And then he just didn't have that pre-season. And it's such a big plus to have your pre-season or the summer friendlies with your team to see the strengths and the weaknesses about each player.
Yeah. That's true, mate. Yeah. Just obviously gonna go into our player ratings for us, the bees, and then your ones. We do yours as well for yours, and
oh,
I'll just do this one first. Just get to it, wherever it is. Trying to find it on here. Where's our player ratings? I do have these on here generally. Where is it?
Just today's not the day.
I've got your ones. Actually, let's do yours first, and then I can always add that.
No worries.
The Chelsea ones.
Chelsea player ratings. Oh Jesus. Fun.
If this helps a bit, I'll get the players up on here. Bring them up.
I'm hoping they've got the ratings for me, so I can look at them rather than do my own. Because
Petrovic, the goalie. How do you think he got on?
Again, I just think he's our only best player, really. I mean, I'll probably give him a 6. Like, yeah, okay. What was it? I can't remember Roerslev's goal, but Wissa one, you can't ever save them. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't. Gusto, I'd say he was our best player on the day. I'd give him probably a 7. The the 3 centre backs, Chalobah, Disasi, Corwell. I'd probably give them a 5. it's quite low marks, but it's just like they just didn't want to be there until
Yeah,
that second half. Enzo, again, he was the main example here. I thought he was really tired and he should have came off a lot earlier because he's that tired. And I feel like if Enzo's tired and just doesn't, his that work effort is not up to it, we feel like we're down to 10 men. And I think for Enzo, I'm going to give him a 4. Yeah, it's probably the same as Gallagher and Caicedo. I don't think they had a good game. Palmer, I'll give a 5 because he got the assist for the
it's a bit
second goal.
disappointing from him. I thought he was disappointing, Palmer.
Yeah, something's happened. I don't know what, but I honestly do not know. Jackson, he got the goal, but then again, he could have got 2,
Yeah,
especially with Anchor on the line. I'll give him a 5 as well. I think five's fair. I think, but and then who's the other one? Medawicki and Mudryk came on.
yeah.
Again, I'll probably give them a 5.
Yeah, Sterling.
Sterling. So there's the thing with Sterling because he can have a good game and he can be like an 8, but if he has a really bad game, he can be like a 4 or a 3. You know what I mean? Like there's no in between.
So consistent, isn't he? Really?
He really is. And the thing is, when we signed him, he was like this player was going to take us up to a next level. And you just think he's more of like a squad player. Like if the whole squad does well, he does well. And if he doesn't do well, they don't do well. You know, they rely on him too much. And I'm not blaming, obviously, like Sterling, but sometimes I just think to myself, you've got to improve. I wouldn't be surprised if we do sort of let him go in terms of like, because we apparently have to pay up to 100 mil in terms of sales or something. And he would be one of them I would probably sell.
Such a shame. He has got talent, he's got pace, but he just don't. I don't know what it is about him. Why he can't do it? He's I don't know why. I mean, he kept getting played for England as well, and I think Southgate's actually found him out now. That seems strange to say that Southgate's actually found someone.
Yeah, no, that's worrying.
You know, and but why hasn't he found the other players out like Maguire, Henderson, and this and that? Why do we get the same players in the England team? So
yeah, like the Calvin Phillips, yeah,
Calvin Phillips, yeah,
yeah. But that's what I mean. I just think, why don't you say to him like at the end of the day, like, everyone always says like, oh, you need to pick form in your country. You do, and you're not wrong about that. But then I'll just think to myself, but what's Phillips done to get into that team when you got someone like Kobe Mainu deserves a call up? You got James Ward-Prowse, even at left back as well.
Yeah.
As well, like rather than we play like someone like Trippier, why not give someone like an Alfie Doughty a chance? You know,
Braithwaite as well.
Braithwaite, yeah, exactly.
Livramento.
Yeah, absolutely. You give them a chance. Because at the end of the day, I just don't see us winning anything with Southgate because he's picking his mates before form.
I mean, I know Palmer's struggling at the moment, but I'd still have him in the England team, Cole Palmer. But I know he's struggling.
It's one of those. It's like, would I rather have him or would I rather have Bowen? You know what I mean?
Bowen, yeah, of course, Bowen. You got to put him in there. He's been amazing, Bowen. You know, so
it is quite hard to choose. To be fair, it really is.
Yeah. So anyway, so who's your man of the match there? Would you say
for Chelsea? I'd probably go Gusto.
Right, Gusto, not any of the goal scorers, Jackson or Disasi. Did you think they done well? Or?
No, Jackson could have buried that chance that when Zenka had it. Disasi, I just think he's just like a bus. Every time I see him, I just think when he runs like a bus.
Yeah, he did score though.
He did score, but I don't know. It sort of tainted the crack a little bit, but it's just one of those.
Yeah, well, I found my one now to B's player rating, so I'll put them on and we'll talk about them a bit. Well, Flecken, as I say, not his best game after, doing really well last 2 or 3 games. He looked really good. I can only really give him about a 4, I think. I don't think he was that special at
Mm.
all.
Would you say he was up both of the goals?
Couldn't do a lot about the first one. Definitely couldn't do a lot about that. Was it for the second one? He fumbled that shot and everything, and it led to that goal. I think he was at fault for the second one.
Mm.
So yeah, for the second one, no, but I don't think he was at his best anyway. So yeah, definitely. Well, I might just knock it down to a 3. I know it sounds harsh, but
but you got to be honest about, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And Roerslev, well, who'd have thought that he's
Let's have this player rating.
turning the game? Good performance. You know what? I'm going to go up to 7 for him this time. I'm actually going to go up to 7. So somebody clip that, will you? Anyone?
Yeah, someone clip it for me. Someone clip it.
Yeah.
Mr. B gave Roerslev a good rating.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he deserved it. If somebody deserves it, they played pretty decently. I will give him a good mark. And
yeah, true, exactly.
That's the way it is. And if he hasn't performed again, I'll give him a shit one. So,
yep.
But getting back to this, I'm going to go at Region. I thought had a good game. I thought he was decent this time, and hit the post with a header, of course. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Collins hit and miss, so can't really give him a great mark. I don't think he was great. I'm going to give it. I'll give him a 5. Average. Aya was decent, not bad. I'll give him a 6. He done better than the last game, of course, where he made mistakes in the last game. So I'll give him a 6. Zanka, no, dodgy. Did make 1 or 2 clearances. Still thought was dodgy and letting Jackson head it. So I'm going to give him a 4. And Yeka, I thought was good. I really did think he was decent. At times, very quick still. Good touches, good stuff on the ball. I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah.
Yana, I thought had a great game, a really good game. For quite a while, he hasn't turned up. Last 2 or 3 games at least, and I think he was really good this time. I'm going to give him an 8. Wissa, well, could well be my man of the match, to be quite honest with you. And I think I will give him man of the match, I think. Especially for the overhead kick as well. Great go, I'm giving him a 9.
Very good.
Tony, not great. I don't think he was that great again. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're going to mark Tony down again. Well, I am. Because I don't think he was great again. I'm going to give him a 5. Tony, I don't think he was great at all.
As I say, if he's not like how you expect him, like you got to think, if he wants to go in the summer, Thomas Frank probably said to him, "Look, you can go if you save us in this situation," and he's not really proven that, really.
Yeah.
So, what about your bench?
Yeah, I've got to do Norgard first before that. I thought he was okay. Yeah. He did give it away a couple of times at least. I'll give him a 6. I think not one of his best games. Of course, Strakosha not used, never used. Mopai came on decent again, but didn't have much chance, much time. I'll give him about a 5. Lewis Potter wasn't used, surprisingly. Yarmaluk didn't get a chance. I'll have a 5. The other 2, Kim Ji-soo and Godos not used. Jensen had a bit more time. I think he was fairly good with his passing when he come on. I'll give him a 6. And Dam's gone and Baptiste not used. So that's it. As I say, man of the match, Wissa for me. 9 and that incredible goal.
Yes.
So yeah. A lot better this time. I'll give him a lot better marks this time than I have for the last 2 or 3.
Good on confidence.
Yeah. Apart from Flecken and that, I thought reverted to his old self. And Tony not really doing it. Actually, Roerslev turned up for a change and done something, and so did Region, and a few of the others. So Onyeka, Yanel, yeah. So some decent performances there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all that. Gone through all that, and I just want to do this because I know you'll probably want to go in a minute. You've got other stuff to do, I expect, mate. So
Yeah, no worries.
Just bring this up.
Does this mask?
These two, Chelsea 2, does this mask things for us? As I was going to lay into Thomas Frank, does he deserve a stay of execution? Again, we can't hold a lead. Is it his fault or the team or both? Can you answer any of that, Joe? It'll be
Well,
easy.
You could swing it to both, really, can't you? Really, like with Thomas Frank. Okay, he does seem like he's just got one set formation, and that's only. And I just think to myself as well, when you were winning, I think you obviously tried to do defensive changes, and obviously then realised that when Disasi scored, I think it was for him, it was a bit like too little, too late, sort of to make attacking changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I do think Thomas Frank is always going to be a Brentford legend, regardless what he does. But I think if you want your club moving forwards, I think you need someone like a new manager to come in, sell Ivan Toney for, let's say, 80 to 100, which hopefully you get for him. Not like, if it's below 80, I think it's like bad for Brentford sort of side of it. Get a new manager in, let them spend that money and say, look, this is what we've got from this Ivan Toney money. Can you what can you change from here and go from there? Like maybe like get Regan permanently. I don't know.
Well, there is an option to buy, unfortunately, for him, but I don't know really. I'd like to see, mate. I'd like to see what he does by the end of the season. What he can do at the end of the season. If we're staying up, I mean, we're 15th at the moment. We got that point.
Yeah.
That kind of helps a bit. We're we're 6 points away from, I think, Luton are 6 points behind us, and
then you got like Everton, Forest. I mean, but then again, they might get points deducted. So.
Yeah, they had points deducted, Forest, apparently. So they're gonna
we don't know how, and also same with Everton, but we don't know how much they're getting yet. So.
No, and then of course you got Burnley and Sheffield United. They're never going to catch us down there, are they? So,
no. I was going to say you'll be all right. It's always that 18th spot is always the last one, or the 19th and 20th always there. Like definitely gonna be going down, but it just depends. Those two are fighting out who's going to be bottom.
So. I still like to see Luton stay up. I think they've been amazing. They're a breath
I
of fresh
think they
air.
have. And, yeah, absolutely. Someone new, you know what I mean? And it reminds me of when Blackpool were in the Prem. Something like, you just didn't expect them to, like, they knew they were always going to be the massive underdogs. And at the end of it, it was just like the fun, the backward, the funds, the depth and everything just didn't really help them.
Yeah, I think they played better and they haven't deserved what they should get. I think they deserve better than what they have. I think they should have been, points where they should have won games and had played really well, got goals. Like yesterday, I thought they were better than Villa in the second half. Villa didn't turn up for the second half, and it was all Luton, and yet they still won at Villa. I mean, and that I guess that shows a team that is sort of competing in a way for a Premier. I don't think Villa will win the Premier, but they are competing.
No, exactly.
Good team,
I mean, at the end of the day, I think you look at it and you think you've got Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I know it's not the order, but don't crucify me on the comments. But like those three are fighting for the league. Then you've got Villa and I think Tottenham for top four. I just can't see United there. I really don't. I think they're woeful. I think West Ham. It's funny now because it's always the West Ham season. When they lose a couple of games, they're like, "Oh, Moisey doesn't know what he's doing." And now they've got wins with Brentford, sorry, Mr. B, and Everton.
Yeah, you're right.
They're now backing him, and you're like, you wanted him sacked. Like, if you want him sacked, stay with your opinion. Stick with your opinion. But if not, just back your manager. because he sees them week in, week out. Like, at the end of the day, do I like Poch? To be honest, I do. But the thing is, I just think it's like, who else would come in and steady this, really? You know, it's just one of those. But I don't know. I mean, we've been told with that Sport Lisbon manager, but he's also been linked with Liverpool if they don't get Xabi Alonso. And I'm just like, if you're him, would you be like, well, why would I go to like a mid-table Chelsea team who were in the top six and they can't even get inside the top 10?
Yeah, you got a lot of promise there though. We've got some great players, but they just not. I think they're there to collect their money, and that's what it is. And they're so safe and comfortable, aren't they?
Well, exactly. There's that, and it's
Getting
just
all their money in that.
And the thing is, it's just I feel like Todd Bowles giving a lot of the teams sort of headway, sort of thing. Like, you know, like look at Brighton, for instance. I think we've basically saved Brighton from basically getting liquidation now. Yeah. So if you want Brentford to sign, Chelsea to sign in players from Brentford, Mr. B, you know, tell Mr. Todd Bowley to pay what 100 million for Frank Onyeka, and then he'll save you a lot of problems.
Yeah, oh, you want Onyeka, do you?
No, I'm just saying. Todd Bowley will probably spend 100 million on it.
Yeah, well, I don't know, we'll take it, mate. We'll snap his hands off for that. But yeah, Alonso's odds on.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if he doesn't go to Liverpool. I'll be very surprised.
Yeah. Getting back to all these questions, though, JG, I think it does kind of mask things a bit. This result, because look, we were 2-1 up again. Okay, yeah, 1-0 down, but we come back and we were 2-1 up, and we just cannot hold on to anything.
Yeah, you know? And you were the better team that I felt overall.
Yeah, but you know, I kept saying, people were saying in the chat, look, you're going to win this. Hanno saying, 3-1 or something. I thought, yeah, but no, we don't. We don't hang on to it. We don't.
Yeah.
I kept saying that in the live chat. No, don't say that, you know.
Yeah.
Because we don't.
At the end of the day, you see your team week in, week out. So at the end of the day, whether you listen to, it's the same with Stepsy with Luton. Every time he says, I always will back it because he sees them week in, week out. You see them Brentford week in, week out. So at the end of the day, like you say, I think like even scoring 3, I think is a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Especially with like Tony being tired.
Yeah. I mean, we sort of have to get more to really hold on. We have to get at least 3 or something to try and hold on or something, and we're not always capable of that. I mean, okay, we scored in every game pretty much. We got 2 goals at least in every game, you know, or 3 even one game. But you know, we are still scoring, which is a good thing. I wouldn't be happy if we weren't scoring at all, because I think, you know,
that would be
never going to win.
That would be very worrying. But I still think you'll stay up, though. I wouldn't worry too much. But I do feel like there is signs of like maybe your team does need a refresh now, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think so. But
because if you look,
if you have Dynamo back, so sorry, mate.
Yeah, true. That'll be like a new signing for you. He'll come into it, and also it'd be nice for him to play with Tony again. You know what I mean? Because obviously they haven't played with each other this season.
Yeah, they were brilliant. They were brilliant partnership they've had.
Oh, absolutely. So I think having him back,
they might get Tony back up again, firing if he comes back and does something. It might get him going again. I think so.
Well, I think that's what you need, though, sort of thing, doesn't it? And I think I do. I mean, if we look at your team from when they got promoted to the Prem, there's a lot of the players still there. If that makes sense. So, like I say, Flecken's new. I'm going for your team, like Roerslev. He was probably there in the championship, I think. I might be wrong by saying that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So you got one there. Then you've got none of your back 3. Zenka joined your first season or second season Prem. Collins joined the season.
Of course, we had Pontius Janssen for a long time. Of course, he had to retire in the end.
Yeah,
but then you've still been there.
Yeah, and then you got like Rico Henry, Ethan Pinnock. I'm not saying Pinnock's bad, but you know what I mean. Like, there's so many players from when he was in the championship with these players. Like your midfield 3 is still there. I mean, the only one I could see was like you've got like the Yanel, Norgard. Who's the other one? Jensen, yeah, exactly. So those are still there. Then you got like Embuemo, Tony, and yeah, it's just quite a lot of the players who were from the Championship to the Prem, and I just think with Frank, I think you just need to say to him like, if we do sell Tony, let's say for 80, will you invest in that 80 mil well?
You would hope so.
You would
I would
hope,
hope
because
so. But
I mean, at the end of the day, like I don't get why Strakosha doesn't start. I really don't, and I think, would you want another goalkeeper? Or would you stick with like the goalkeeper you got now? I personally would say stick and put.
well, I've got another one, but we ain't had him. We ain't even had him on the bench. The new goalie. So
Yeah, true.
Icelandic guy. I can't even think of his name at the moment. But
Yeah,
it's
you've
got
also
him
got
in, and
you've also got that striker from Club Bruges you signed for the summer.
yeah,
So
he
I
got
do.
Thiago. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna get Jonathan David. Hopefully that'll happen.
I think if you get Jonathan David, I think Brentford will be. Oh, I think you would be better off without Tony if you get Jonathan David.
Well,
You know, like,
I do and all. Well, they say
it'll,
he's almost like a replacement. Apparently, he could be a
yeah,
replacement for him. So
exactly. And you look at this season in terms of like West Ham and Spurs, for instance, how they got rid of their like marquee sign like players like the
Kane and all
Rice and the
that.
Kane.
Yeah.
They invested around it, and they're better off without them. Does that make sense? They're holding them back.
What about Dyer? Dyer. Got rid of Dyer, didn't they?
Yeah, but Dyer's not
Bayern
like the
Munich.
Kane sort of thing, is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another
Yeah,
year
Bayern
contract.
Munich know good players, didn't they? Bayern Munich, when they get them,
Well, it's just,
and
I mean, if they don't want to win the Bundesliga, just say you don't want to win it. You don't sign Spurs players and get Bayer Leverkusen.
Spurs curse, isn't it? Spurs
Yeah.
curse. Get that in
And
there.
yeah, I mean, it's so real. It's true. I mean, Harry Kane's doing it, and it's like, it can't be happening.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they probably won't win that, isn't it? Bayern's going to win it, aren't they?
Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen, yeah. And they're unbeaten still, yeah.
Yeah. So old Harry Kane will end up without another trophy yet again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Harold Kane. He goes
Like,
there winning trophies.
People won what? 10 Bundesligas in a row. Harry Kane joins and they don't won it.
Yeah. Talk about a kiss of death incoming, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Literally. Once in a lifetime.
I mean, going back to this though, Joe. I mean, what's our opinions on this? I think it's a little bit of a mask, but I would say I think he deserves to stay a bit longer, Frank, and just show. I'd like to see what he can do at the end of the season and what he's going to do.
I would give it to him and see what he does. Because at the end of the day, I've said this to you and Stephen, like when we did a thing and said, if Thomas Frank, I said, if he wanted to go, he will say he wants to go. And I don't think you'll turn around and say to him, like, keep him to ransom. And I think you'll be respectful and be like, yeah, you know what? If you want to go, thank you for what you've done. Match it, and on the best of your adventures, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you'd ever sack him.
No,
but then again,
it'll be his decision to walk.
Exactly, it will be his decision, and Brentford will be supported by it. I reckon that's what I personally feel like. But then I say that though, Accrington sacked their manager after 10 years, so I do not know.
Yeah.
So, and also the Accrington fans are absolutely having a right outburst about it. So it's not looking good there.
Yeah, the thing is, they've got an ideal manager to keep them up, though, Dyche, isn't it? He knows that situation down there, relegation zone, Everton.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. But it's even worse now for Everton, obviously, with the points deduction.
Yeah. I think they may go down this season. To be honest, though, I do think they might just go down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be horrible, but I kind of hope they do go down and Ipswich don't go up. So I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, well, you got a good win again here at Ipswich, didn't you?
Yeah, 2-0 against Plymouth away. I mean, that was our bogey team last season. Obviously, losing to them obviously they got League One title and things like that. But
the only thing is that Southampton won again and everything. So
yeah, just about the jammy kits.
Yeah, they do get a lot of goals in their games, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Come April 1st, hopefully we have that as well.
Yeah, you got to score about 4, and then they only get 3. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I mean. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, getting back to this, I think as we say, he deserves to stay for at least the end of the season, see what he can do. Then again with the not holding the lead thing, it has happened so many times. It's not just now, not just recently this season.
Yeah,
It was last season, season before. I don't know
yeah,
how we can fix that because it just seems to keep happening.
yeah.
Just not holding the lead.
I think Frank said it might be on BBC Sport. I looked at. I think he said they were gonna look at it and go like he's gonna have a talk with all the fans and things like that and see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, well, you've got to do something because it's just not good enough when you think you can win a game and you are in the lead, and then you just keep losing the lead and being a
Yeah,
defeat or a draw or whatever. So
I just don't think it helps having more than one formation. I think you need to switch up a bit.
yeah,
Like if you want to do three at the back, okay, do three at the back, but maybe just do like maybe 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1. You know what I mean? Just something different because at the end of the day, like teams will know that you do a 3-5-2. Yes, we try to match it because of the like rotation and things like that, but at the same time, it's just like you're kind of building up Brentford's strength because they've been doing it for some time.
yeah. Yeah, and the thing about the fault is it team or both or him, and I think it's actually more the team in a
Yeah.
way. I mean, I was trying to blame Frank, but actually it's the team when they go over that white line. It's down to them at the end of the day. He can't do anything more.
Oh, exactly. He's not on the
When they're
pitch.
playing, yeah,
Yeah.
he can't join them on the pitch and tell them what to do.
Could you imagine Frank did do that? Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
But I think it is more the team in a way, and I've been wrong to maybe blame it all on him. But then again, it is sort of his tactics as well, isn't it? If he's
Oh,
telling them what
exactly.
to do.
It's his tactics, it's his style of play, like how he wants them to play. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think so. But for the time being, I think he should stay, and then we're moving on anyway. Move on to Arsenal next Saturday.
yeah.
Tougher one, a lot tougher one at the Emirates. They're going well, but I mean they beat teams that haven't really turned up. I mean, if we do something against them, if we can actually make it hard for them, I think we got a chance.
I think that's what you got to do. You just got to frustrate them in a way.
Yeah.
Because you look how West Ham did it. Like, they joined at the back, done them on the counter and things like that, and basically frustrated Arsenal. And it can be done. Loads of teams can do that. You know what I mean? Like, look at you last season. You done the double over City.
Yeah.
So
just proves it can be done. But yeah. Anyway, Joe, do you want to shout out your socials, mate, before we go? Because I know you want to get off and do stuff now.
yeah, no worries. Thank you. Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Mr. B, for having me on the channel again. To do like that after the game. It was much appreciated as always. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joe Tier on there. I think I'm like 39 subscribers. I do need to upload more. I do know I need to do that. But at the same time, I'm just enjoying it sort of thing. And hopefully I will be going to games very soon. My Instagram, Joe Tier as well. You can follow me on there. If you're follow Steve, I'm friends with him and follow him as well. But yeah, big up, Steve. Thank you for having me on. Much appreciated as always.
No worries. Yeah. No worries, Joe. Anytime, mate. Anytime. Yeah, we'll have to do. Well, we won't be playing you again, will we? Chelsea now, I think, will we?
Yeah.
No, we're not. We've done it.
No, that's it now. Yeah,
home and away.
Yeah, you won at Stamford Bridge and drew yesterday.
And we should have won it. The Gtech.
Should have won yesterday. Yeah, exactly that, mate.
Yeah, there we go. It's a point, and you'll take that as well. I'm sure you'll take that point.
Oh, exactly. A point's a point. You know what I mean? Like you got to take them.
No matter how you get it, you got it, and it's another point for you lot. And you're
absolutely.
Where are you now? 10th still? Are you 10th? I think
10th or 11th. I can't really remember.
Yeah, Stepsy saying you're a legend there. Look,
Joe, you legend. Oh, thanks, man.
It's true, mate. You are a legend. So,
cheers, guys. Much appreciated.
No worries, man. No worries. And obviously, I've got stuff coming up. Of course, got the debate show on Tuesday. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about just yet. The topic, but it'll be something good, I should think, controversial, whatever. If you're around for that, Joe, you're welcome on again. And if Stephen is, I mean, he's yet to come back on for a little while. So
Yeah,
Give
I'm
it a
sure.
go on, mate.
I'm sure.
And
I'm sure when Stephen wants to, and I'm sure he knows that you're happy to welcome him with open arms.
yeah, cool. Of course, yeah. Anytime. He's welcome on any time. So,
Yeah,
and
I do miss his
anyone else.
presence. I do miss Stephen. To be fair, I do miss him.
Yeah. Well, he's got a busy life as well. He's a boss of his own company, isn't he, or whatever? Is he a boss?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's big time. Fair play to him.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. It's not all right for some, isn't it? Can all the people around, right? Little Hitlers that can all the people around. Yeah.
Whip them around, be like, "Oh, do this."
Yeah, some of us had to take orders from those Hitlers, at the end of the day. But
Yeah, but I can imagine Stephen being. To be fair, I can imagine Stephen being a laid-back boss though. Like, unless someone's doing it really badly or someone's being lazy, he'll come on to you. But apart from that, I think he would be a sound boss.
Yeah, mate, definitely. But and then of course, got the debate show, and then of course that'd be Tuesday, and then of course got the cricket show on the Friday, I think, which would be the reaction show to the 5th test, first day. And we'll see what happens there. Probably have Manny or something on that one again.
I think the Manny's go-to cricket guy. Same with you as well. And I'm just, it's not like I don't like cricket. It's just like knowing the rules and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you and Manny are like on there with the cricket, and I'm just like, yeah.
It's like watching paint dry sometimes. Well, with the test matches, it can be, but with the T20s, a lot more exciting, and ODIs are a lot more exciting. Maybe too laid back, he's put Stephen there.
Stephen, you need to crack the whip out.
Yeah, exactly. Be a tough boss, mate. Yeah. Kick their butts, man, when it has to, when they have to do it.
Put your feet up.
Yeah, mate. So all that, and thanks again to everyone in the live chat, to Stephen and Hanno, and who else?
Chelsea fan.
Chelsea fan. And until the next time, when we see you all again, it's goodbye from me and Joe. Goodbye.
Bye.